tonight. Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer.
Yay!
Nice to see you both still together after all these years.
That's a title for a song, isn't it?
Well, it could be.
No, it is.
Oh, is it?
That's what he's saying.
But the great thing is, it's always been Vic and Bob. You know, no
Forever.
deviation, just Vic and Bob. Have you ever been tempted to stray, either of you?
To stray?
Stray from the path that we've been given.
Well, you know, because Jennifer Saunders, she sort of dillies and dallies with
Joanna
Lumley and Dawn French, you know.
What we do with the little bits and pieces.
But with anybody specifically, have you been attracted towards another potential partner?
My wife. I was attracted to her.
No.
Well, that's fortunate.
But another comedy romance, Bob?
No, I don't think I can't really remember working with anyone in particular that, you know, where the sparks have flown.
Oh, that's
like
nice,
fun.
isn't it? How many years now? 25th anniversary?
No,
yet?
I think it's been long. I think it's 27.
Oh, 27 years together. Isn't that wonderful? That's so beautiful. So you know each other's faults. What's the thing you like least about Jim?
Oh, that's easy. Some of the food he eats and brings to work is quite extraordinary.
What, like
I'm
what?
always polite about it. But he makes his own sausages, and as soon as he splits the skin, every insect in the conservatory where we work, dead. he doesn't tie the two in.
Right to reply.
See, I bring in what's left over from last night's dinner that I've made. And what Bob brings in is what is it, heavy treacle sponge cake.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a heavy,
You know that
heavy...
famous one that's in a long slab?
What is it?
Jamaica ginger.
Jamaica ginger
I
cake.
love
That's
Jamaica
it.
ginger
Yeah.
cake.
That's what he just scoops it out with a spoon.
With the
that-
heel of my shoe.
And that's marriage for you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be talking about their brand new sitcom, House of Fools, a little later on.
Yes, plus, what if we were to tell you that one of these, some chocolate here and some cranberries, had 10 times more sugar than the other?
Yes. Breaking news,
Oh,
breaking
breaking
news,
news.
everybody. Breaking with news. Vic and Bob have a localised weather report for us right now.
Vic and Bob's weather report.
Q, all right, here's a picture. Here's a picture of the UK I took earlier with my phone. Over to you, Vic.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think it's over to you.
OK, this is on Saturday.
On Saturday, mostly a dry and sunny day after a cold and frosty start. Wintry showers in the northwest, turning frosty after dusk. In Tamworth, it's going to be raining cats as the British Ragdoll Cat Championship show, but thankfully the weather dries and higher than 6 Celsius. Thank you, Bob.
Excellent, Vic. On Sunday, weather is bright and frosty with some fog before rain and wind arrives in the west later. If you're in Bognor Reaches, then choose your weatherwear sensibly. If you're off to the Model Railway exhibition, it will be turning cloudy and breezy with some rain later in the day, with highs of 9 degrees, and I don't know that word, Vic.
Celsius.
Celsius.
Job safe, Carol.
You said it right.
Yeah, I think it's safe. And if you thought that was strange, well, here's a clip from their new sitcom, House of Fools.
Forget Conan, why don't you show her one of your DVDs from your collection?
Yeah?
How about Taken?
No, somebody nicked that.
Missing?
Missing? No, I can't find that anywhere.
Gone in 60 seconds?
That's not a bad call, that, Vic. It was here a minute ago.
What a surprise!
So, boys, gentlemen, 6 half hours.
Yes.
Starts BBC 10 p.m. Tuesday, as.
Yes.
And these, you've taken 6 typical sitcom plots, and what have you done with them?
I've rewritten them. we with the first one is a pilot, which we did in May, and we did a long learning curve to learn how to write a sitcom correctly. And then after that, we did another 5. But we basically, you know, you take a sitcom, they're all pretty much the same kind of story. If it's like, you know, look after me dog for the weekend whilst I go away, something's going to go wrong. But in our case, it's a pork pie. So,
On my wig.
Yeah.
On my wig.
OK, now you wear a wig throughout, don't you?
Yeah.
Well,
toupee, yeah.
but the wig doesn't like you.
They don't like me at all, no. As soon as it's over, I can't find it anyway, it just runs off. Don't know why. It's, do you know, the show's kind of like Terry and June, but without the laughs?
You're sort of harking back to the more traditional sitcoms, really, aren't you?
It's traditional, yeah. It's Bob's house, and I move in, which he doesn't want, and his son's moved in, which he doesn't want, and I move my brother in, which he doesn't want, and there's people around who he doesn't really want in there. and which is a kind of an old sitcom favourite, really.
Okay, and you are lovelorn, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Throughout.
As in life as well, yeah. You know, I don't want these people here, but of course I couldn't actually live without them. That's the kind of setup.
Okay, now you mentioned Bruce Willis in his pork pie. That's in episode 2.
Yeah.
So what happens with Bruce Willis in his pork pie?
Our next-door neighbour writes erotic novels, and she's asked Bruce Willis to play the part of Robin Hood in one of her erotic novels. But he wants to have a pork pie, so she gives it to us for safekeeping, and...
He'll only play the part if he gets this particular luxury pork pie. Then something happens.
So not only is it funny, but it's gripping, obviously, as well.
But that's the whole point. They're gripping stories. If there was no comedy in them, then there would still be a gripping story. Yeah.
And all the characters, they sort of come through the front door and they sing a little bit, don't they, to introduce the character. So are you moving into musicals after this?
Well, the reason they sing is so that we can explain the plot a bit quicker.
Well, it does work in that way, because we were a bit confused until they started coming through the door.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy way of telling someone who you are. I mean, you might like to try it yourself, Alex.
I could.
Write a little song about
Monday
introducing
now.
yourself when you stride into a bistro. Sing your song.
Off you go.
Make your demands in song.
Maybe
Any
everybody
ideas
should do it.
for lyrics?
Then everyone knows who you are. What?
Any ideas for lyrics?
I've got plenty of ideas. I'll
for you,
furnish,
Alex, you mean?
furnish you with them later.
Right, OK.
Okay, what about the cast? So you've got a solid, sort of basic cast of 6 people.
Yeah. We've got Bob Mee, Matt Berry, Dan Skinner, Simonson, Daniel Simonson, and Morgana Robinson. And there's some special guests that appear throughout.
All right, OK. Are you nervous about the airing of the first episode?
Yeah.
All right, where are you going to watch it?
I won't be watching it.
Really?
No chance.
OK, but obviously you want everybody else to.
I haven't seen the pilot.
Haven't you?
No.
It's fantastic.
It's good.
All right,
We
and you
watched
can
it
see
earlier.
the first episode of House of Feels on Tuesday, 10 o'clock on BBC Two, if you're not hiding behind the sofa like
Yeah.
Bob.
Now, it is getting a little bit hot outside by the look of it, and we'll be joining Elsie very shortly. And Jay's here now. Now, it's not our eyes deceiving us, Jay, is it? Chocolate bars are getting smaller, aren't
They are getting smaller. The Dairy Milk, you may have noted, the pieces have gone round rather than square. They're saying it's because it tastes creamier. Funnily enough, shaving off all those edges took 4 grams off a 49-gram bar.
Wow.
But the price didn't go down.
The cheek of it.
Cal surprise.
Kelsey Price.
Yeah. Now, sugar has been all over the news and all over the newspapers this week.
It has.
But what's the industry's reaction?
The industry, we have the industry response. 38 of the big players have signed up to the government's responsibility deal, saying that they're going to do healthier things. Whether they actually do it or not is another question. The Food and Drink Federation say there is now clear labelling on the front of packs, so you can clearly see how much sugar is in your food. Doesn't mean you necessarily know how much sugar is in your food.
It's still come as a shock, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Now, the thing about chocolate bars, at least they wear the sugar on the sleeve. At least they give you a clue. There might be sugar in me. But what about other things?
So what you need to know is that there are 4 grams of sugar to a teaspoon. So here we have a healthy cereal bar, wave it around so you can't tell which one it is. 3.5 teaspoons of sugar in this.
Right.
You think it's very healthy. Look, I can see you've got that. I think that's a very healthy look on your face. But in fact, there are 3.5 teaspoons of sugar in that.
OK.
How about this one? So, how about...
That looks really healthy straight away. I don't know why,
doesn't
but it
that
looks
look
healthy.
healthy?
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Would you be
breakfast
surprised to
yogurt.
know that there was as much sugar in this as there was in this chocolate?
No, it can't
No,
be.
it can't
Well,
be.
how about if I said there was as much sugar in this as these 2 chocolates?
No,
You're
impossible.
crazy!
How about if I said there was, in fact, as much sugar, 11 teaspoons, as in these 3 chocolate bars?
Oh, get
Get
it.
out
He's
of
a
here.
madman.
Is that a fact?
It's a true fact.
OK. All right.
Proven in international
At the
court
top of
football.
the show, we said one of these has 10 times more sugar in it than the other.
Yes, because the cranberries are incredibly high in sugar. A 22-gram serving has an awful lot of teaspoons of sugar. I want to say
Well, this
3 or
has
4 or 5.
75 grams of sugar in it, and this has 7 grams of sugar
Is it
in
a nicer type of
Unbelievable.
sugar, though, a more healthy type of sugar?
Well,
I don't-
fructose, there's a big documentary about fructose this week saying it could be as harmful, if not more harmful, than other sugars.
The point is, if you still want your chocolate hit, go for the dark chocolate because that's going to have a lower amount of sugar in it.
And the thing is, you think snacking on these all day, you're going to be healthy. Guess what? Not healthy. They have them in that
Yeah, I
case.
love that dark chocolate.
Get the
Then
dark
you
chocolate.
can have it.
But you say, what I go is, I like the 90. What's that?
90%.
Oh, very
I know what you're
bitter.
What's
saying.
that one? Yeah.
That's
But if you-
70.
If you have a 90, you have one piece. Let's say that size.
Yes.
You have that, and you think, oh, that's better.
Oh, sir, that's so better.
Better, take some water.
And then you have the next one, and it's really nice. And especially if you have it with a cup of coffee.
Nice tip from Vic there. OK, thank you, Jay. Now,
They've been fab.
indeed, Cinemas, that's about it for today. Vic and Bob's House of Fools is on Tuesday, 10 p.m. BBC Two.
But to add a fiery finish to our first week of 2014, we have Elsie the Dragon with 14 fiery effects, plus the Battle Heritage Nights from BBC Three's Night Club, available on iPlayer.
Yeah.
All very surreal. See you Monday. Harry Hill will be here. Bye. Have a good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Say bye.